கருணை வல்லமை ஈசன் அருளால் கருணை பெற்ற கமலமுனி வீர பிரம்ம ஸ்ரீ சிவ சுப்பிரமணிய குரு சுவாமிகள் திருப்பெயரால் சுவாமிமார்களுக்கும் குருமார்களுக்கும் சிவனடியார்களுக்கும் சிவபக்தர்களுக்கும் பெரியோர்களுக்கும் பெற்றோர்களுக்கும் அருமை பிள்ளைகளுக்கும் எனது உளங்கணிந்த வணக்கத்தை நான் அடியேன் தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கின்றேன். இப்போது நாம் பிரார்த்தனை ஆரம்பிப்போம். நீங்கள் எல்லோரும் தயவு செய்து இருந்து நிற்பீர்கள் நான் கேட்டுக்கொள்கின்றேன். We are about to commence the opening prayer. I very lovingly ask all of you to please rise. Please remain standing for the invocation. Om Aragarayanda Annala Vargave Aragarayanda Mudavane Vargave Aragarayanda Yeah. We will now present the invocation Jnana Guruve, Guru Swamigal, and they will offer Divadarmani to the Master. Nandri Amarego, thank you. You may be seated. One of the greatest spiritual giants ever to grace the soils of South Africa is none other than His Holiness Brahma Shri Subramonia Swamigal, the founder and ecclesiastical head of the Katcheri, the Sangam of South Africa. Kaviyogi Sudananda Bharati very eloquently and succinctly explains who a Satguru is. And this explanation is so relevant and appropriate to our Master. And I quote the words of Kaviyogi. Real inspired masters are good and gracious. They take birth to raise humanity to divinity. They do not praise themselves, nor have they any ambition to play glamorous roles. They come like rain clouds, pour out the teachings, and disappear into infinity. A real master who has realization of the divinity and the truth within him lives in solemn silence and dynamic peace. His real light shines beyond his physical body. His very presence as a vibrating spiritual aura. Real devotees who are fortunate to come close to the divine presence of the spiritual master are blessed. They feel a new awakening and a new transformation. If you approach Sadguru with all your devotion and sincerity, if you keep yourself pure and receptive, and if you call with fervent aspiration, surely Gurudev, the Divine Master, will respond wherever you are. The yogic force travels 1,000 times quicker than the electronic forces. The Divine Master has a childlike simplicity, sky-like openness, and a flow of natural grace and compassion. He identifies himself with awe and knows things from direct intuition. He sees your heart. He is not a mysterious person. He has a high esteem for true lovers of God and seekers of truth. The Divine Master gives himself to those devotees that give themselves to him. Sadguru lives for the better life of humanity. He works for the purity, unity, divinity, equality, and the enlightenment of mankind. He identifies himself with the children of God and pours himself unto them. Real inspired masters teach the universe gospel of truth, beauty, and sin. And one such great Sadguru and master is His Holiness Brahma Shri Subramonia Swamigal, founder and ecclesiastical head of the Siva Sangam of South Africa, who has written more than 135 divine hymns in which he disseminates his profound messages of cosmic love and unity for mankind. Swami Siva, who was Guru Swamigal's personal secretary, wrote an invitation to the master entitled Pala Purvatya and referred to him as Karune Ulle Yende Gurunathan. Nathan refers to God himself. So here, Swami Navara refers to Guru Swamigal as the Lord himself. Karune Ulle Yende Gurunathan. The master who is full of compassion. Swami also refers to the master as Deva, which word also means the Lord Siva himself. Swami Navara held Guru Swamigal in such high esteem that he referred to Guru Swamigal as Lord Siva himself. In the line, Sudana Ulagathil Unmai Nilai Inithunerthi Nerana Velikkaattum Nathan. In the world filled with deceit and deception, Guru Swamigal shows us the path of virtue. Dr. Loganathan was the head of the Department of Philosophy in the Saints University, Malaysia, having looked at the compositions of the Master, concluded that the Master is a Siddha, and the language in which he writes the divine hymns are in Siddha language. So Sivanandi Adigalar, CEO of the World Seva Council, based in the Meghalaya Adinam in London, stated that the Master is a saint that any other Seva is saint, even though he may not have been acknowledged worldwide. Professor Gopal Krishnan, former head of the Department of Philosophy, Madras University, who studied the works of Guru Swamigal, stated that our Master is a mystic. The evidence he provides to come up with this conclusion is that Guru Swamigal wrote about his own contemporaries living in India at a time when there was no communication between South Africa and India, where there were no visitations from people from India to South Africa or from South Africa to India. How did Guru Swamigal know so much about his contemporaries living in India? And Professor Gopal Krishna concluded, only a mystic can access things beyond time and space. So this is the great master, His Holiness Brahma Shri Subramonia Guru Swamigal, who attained Samadhi on the 5th of May 1953. And we pay our reverential respects to this master. We express our love, devotion and bhakti to our master. I now very respectfully and reverentially hand you over to the music group who will present a selection of the compositions of the master. It's over to Sally and Stanley Chetty, together with the daughter and the accompanying musicians.
Oh
Today I want to commence my message with the experience of Guru Swamigal. One of the most profound experiences Guru Swamigal had with the Supreme Lord Siva. And he explains this in one of the songs. On one fine day, while the master was sitting under a date tree in the cemetery, with his heart melting, he was contemplating on various inner difficulties. He saw a stone in the graveyard and picked up a cloth lying nearby and wiped the stone. He immediately had a vision of an effulgent lingam which used to play in his heart always. Engraved in that stone were the words, Kanden, Kanden, Kanden. Guru Swamigal wept and trembled at the vision of this lingam. Having seen the lingam, Guru Swamigal's heart was melting, and he realized at that moment the truth that the end of life was dust, and he did not want any more life. He adored and worshipped the lingam. At that moment he saw the Lord coming with beautiful golden feet. The Lord came as a guru with complete, total bliss. Guru Swamigal explains this. He comes with a body of grace. He comes as Parmeshwara. He comes as the supreme, beautiful devotee, smearing the white ashes. He comes as Nadarasa of Chidambaram, the very form of consciousness. Siva comes as a Sadguru, who is total auspiciousness and truly permanent. Such a grand person came towards me. I had a glimpse of the holy bowl and the holy palm leaves in his hands. O Lord Siva, I had all suffering in my life. I want no more suffering. I held steadfast to the feet of the Lord. Clinging on, I told him I won't leave you. Siva replied, please be patient. Siva opened the holy palm leaves which read, O my dear son, you come to purify this world. Be patient. Tread along for some more time. I had enough patience and I stood in humble submission and bowing to the holy feet of the Lord. The great Lord endorsed my plea. And then Siva withdrew himself with the words, within a few days. I now want to go into the main part of the message. I want to share pockets of wisdom of Guru Swamigal embodied in the compositions of the Master. And if you internalize the wisdom, integrate it into your life, you can impact on the quality of your life. Guru Swamigal says, Ivarvu Ningum Munmudal Sudale Adeyamun Guru Adiyal Tanjamangi Ulpurum Mirandilum Uirukku Uiragi Kalandilangum Thorumin. Before your body reaches the cremation grounds, surrender to the holy lotus feet of the Master and worship Siva, who is merged both within you and without as the soul of souls. So this is a profound message to all of you. Before your body reaches the cremation grounds, imbibe the teachings and the wisdom of the Master, integrate it into your life and live it for your own transformation. Guru Swamigal says, Ulagir, Ulagir, Pittulagir, Siddhanta Vidiye, Kandiro. O people of this world, steeped in the madness of this world, have we discovered the pathway of Siddhanta. And in this pathway, the Master has mapped out for all of us to follow. A song that was sung earlier on, a composition of the Master, Saivam Valarka Vande Jnana Tandum. I have come to promote Saivism, O Golden One. Nalla Devatte Kaata Vande Jnana Tandum. I've come to show you the true Lord, who will help you in the journey of your life. And that is why I've come. You may have heard this expression of Guru Swamigal, Satchidananda. Sat means truth, Chit is the consciousness, Ananda is the bliss. So if you live in consciousness of the truth in all the time in your life, you will experience bliss in your lives. But people in the journey of their lives, they are overwhelmed by their own egos. They are unable to perceive the actual truth. And what they see is only a perception of the truth. And therefore, peace and bliss evades everyone in this world. What is the truth Guru Swamigal wants you to know? He wants you to know that the world is temporary, it is transient, it is impermanent. In one of the songs he says, Mannil Vaalvu Nityam Yendrume Yaan Unarnde. I realized that this mundane worldly life is so temporary and transient. Annal Padum Nityam Yendru Aindamulla Kande. I've also realized that Annal Pada, the lotus feet of God, is the only thing that is permanent in this world. So if you want long-lasting, permanent peace and solace and bliss in your life, it is not in the worldly life, but in total surrender and supplication to God. And that's what we need to understand. Therefore, the yearning for Guru Swamigal to be one with God is contained in the line which we sing every week Sunday in Vava Yendun Sivame. Anitya Varvu Vende Niya Vendum Sivame. Oh Lord, I do not want this mundane worldly life anymore. All I want is you and you alone, O Lord. This is the yearning of Guru Swamigal, and that is the yearning that all of us will have in this world, and that is what Guru Swamigal wants us to do in this pathway. Guru Swamigal speaks of the temporary nature of this world, the permanent nature of God. Nada yende kaividade. In another composition, O Lord, do not forsake me. Ulagathai naan utru paathan ondrum sugamille. I've looked deep into the nature of this world and there is no inherent happiness in it. If you want to find true happiness, find it in synergy with God, living in God consciousness. And when God is predominating in your mind, there is no space for any evil, because He takes care of everything else. Therefore, Guru Swamigal says, Sindhiyat Kalandu Arivil Uladam is merged with your mind and is dancing in your intellect. That is how close God is to you. But you have distanced God from you because your mind is not on God, it is on the muck and mire of this worldly life. In another song, he also speaks about Bhumi Udal Varu. Nilayella Maya. Human life is so uncertain, is so illusory. You can understand in this present contemporary period the uncertainty of life. We are not sure exactly what and who will succumb to COVID-19. We never anticipated the war between Russia and Ukraine that is impacting on the whole world, more especially the economy of the world. And all the flooding that took place recently was totally unexpected, where many people lost their lives. Guru Swamigal wrote these songs more than 80 years ago, and what he wrote then is so relevant today. The uncertainty of life and the permanence of God. Therefore, in Bhumi Udal Valu Nilayalla Mayam, he says we must approach God, who is the only one permanent, and we need to glorify God. In another song, he says, Vandarul Seva Siva, Vandarul Seva. In the Vadamedithan Payananariya. O Lord, show me the grace so that I may realize the purpose for which I have taken on this mortal car, this human body, and come into this world. Everyone is on this pathway not knowing exactly the purpose of human birth. We are all so lucky in this world. Human birth is the highest form of birth. And we are more blessed that to be born as a human being at a time when Guru Swamigal treaded this soils of South Africa to guide us on a pathway that will bring about transformation and take us to the state of oneness with God. It's a phenomenal message that is given us. Maya Ulegal, Manja Piravi. Yeah, in one of the songs he says, Karunya Sivame Varugayam Raruri Nadu Kolvadu Kadane. Oh glorious Siva, please extend your grace so that I may merge with you. It is your duty. Unkadane. It is your duty, O Lord, for you to shower me with all bountiful grace, divine blessings and your love, so that I may experience you and experience that pure, peaceful, blissful state. But how do we get there? To move to that beautiful state. Our life in such a state at the moment. To merge with the Supreme Siva, Guru Swamigal says, Paal pondra manathil ulla kalandu vilayadum devam. Paal pondra manathil ulla. The mind that is pure as milk. Paal pondra. Milk is noted for its whiteness, is noted for its purity. And he says, the mind must be pure and white like milk. And when the mind is in a pure state, we are living in a state of pure consciousness, Guru Swamigal says, Vilayadum Dev, Vul Kalandu Vilayadum Dev. That mind, Vilayadum, there will be the play of God. It's playing there. When you are actually playing, you're enjoying the play, the sports, you are enjoying happiness. Yet, in a state where the mind is in a pure state, God is joyfully enjoying the sports in your mind. He's joyfully playing in your mind. And that's what Guru Swamigal says. So we have to gravitate our lives to a state of absolute pureness so that God can play joyfully in our minds, and when He does so, we experience oneness and synergy with God. But why aren't we experiencing it? That is the state we want you to go to. In the song that was sung, Tuya Tamilanam Valarka Vendum, Guru Swamigal says, Achum என்பது தோன்றே நீக்க வேண்டும் நச்சு குணங்களை தள்ள வேண்டும். We should banish fear completely. It is fear that is dominating our lives, preventing us from experiencing that pure state where God is dancing in ecstasy in our minds. We need to banish fear. We need to confront fear. We need to know that we have fear. And we need to confront it, endure it, and banish it from our lives. What is fear? Fear is only exaggerated thoughts about something that do not really exist. When you actually discover your thoughts are exaggerated, then the fear disappears. If this hall was dark and if there was a rope on the floor, and if you walked here, you would have thought there's a snake on the floor. But if somebody switched on the lights and you saw it was a rope, the fear of a snake disappears. So we're living in exaggerated thoughts that is creating so much of unnecessary fear in our lives, and that is not allowing us to have that beautiful play of Subramonia in our minds. And he says also, Nattu gunangale tallavanu, push it out. What is it? Push it out. All your vicious qualities. Push out your vicious qualities. Get rid of it. Remove it from your life. Because they are an impediment, an obstacle in your pathway to reaching the oneness and synergy with God, where you will experience the divine play of Subramonia in your mind, in your life, and you will experience the ecstasy of spiritual experience. Remove those vicious qualities. If you look at your own mind, you look at how your mind becomes so judgmental. What your mind does? It looks at everybody else. It wants to judge everybody else. Because the mind does not want you to look at yourself and discover the bitter truth about yourself. All your faults and failures, all your weaknesses that you are experiencing. Because the mind and the ego does not want to be defeated, does not want to die. Therefore the mind projects outwardly. Look at everybody else. Don't look at yourself. And that is one of the greatest impediments to your spiritual life. And we need to understand that. And your mind also takes you away from the experience of life. Anything that you do in this world, you must be completely connected with it. When you're connected with everything, you experience it. You move from arivu to unarvu. Arivu, wisdom, unarvu, experience. But when you're not connected to what you're doing, your mind takes you somewhere else, but you're doing things mechanically, then you don't experience it. It's like sitting in your lounge and eating your food, but watching a television series while you're eating mechanically. No experience of the texture of the food, no experience of the taste of the food, no experience of the aroma of the food, the taste of the food, anything. We're just eating mechanically. So everything we're doing in this world, we're not there, we're somewhere else. And therefore, the experience of God in our lives is evading us. Because we are not experiencing the things that we are doing in this world. And that is what we need to do. The mind impedes all our progress in our spiritual pathway. Another thing that we need to do on this pathway to experience the ecstasy of spiritual experience is to enjoy beautiful relationships. That is why Guru Swamigal has written the beautiful song, Vandrai Cherundu. Let's all come together in oneness and synergy. We need to come together. And when we come together, we experience the energy of love for each other. When we experience the energy of love for each other, we come together in oneness, we can experience the next person. When we experience the next person, you move into a beautiful inner state. And then you start experiencing God. Coming every time to the shrine and looking at the lingam and trying to experience God, when you are not enjoying your relationship with people who is the very embodiment of God, how is it possible? You are not going to experience God here if you can't experience it in the soul of man, serve Him in all, for we are all moving temples of God. We need to ensure we do that. We see God in fellow man. We establish beautiful relationships. We purify our mind, go into a pure space, and we get connected to everything that we are doing in this world. To move from Arivu to Unarvu, to move from wisdom to experience. And when we start doing that, then we will start making a phenomenal impact on the quality of our life. We will see that we are progressing on the pathway that Guru Swamigal has mapped out for us. With this, I invoke the blessings of our Master on this Maha Samadhi night of the Master. We remember him with fond memories. We remember him with the wisdom that is disseminated to all of us. The meditation that he has taught everyone. The pathway that the impact he has had on our lives. We remember him on this beautiful, auspicious night. And on this beautiful, auspicious night, I invoke the blessings of Siva, the bountiful grace of Siva, and the guidance of the Master to all of you on your journey of your life, so that you too can reach the goals of human life and ultimately become liberated through your own transformation, emancipation, and salvation. With this, God bless you, God be with you. May you find joy in your hearts, peace in your mind, and bliss in your lives. We will now chant the mantra Om Namah Shivaya, and thereafter we'll flow into a short meditation. So please sit up comfortably in a sacred space, in a sacred manner, with your spine upright so that all your chakras are in alignment. Close your eyes and resonate with the chant of Om Namah Shivaya, and thereafter I will take you to meditation. Please close your eyes. while you sit silently and still. Breathe in slowly with long, deep breaths, and breathe out slowly and fully to become completely grounded and in a state of relaxation. Continue breathing in and out slowly as you center yourself into a state of relaxation. Now visualize the Supreme Lord Siva seated on a golden throne in the sanctum sanctorum of your heart. Feel the amazing energy that is permeating within you as you are in connectedness with the Lord within. The Lord is transmitting rays of vibrational energy throughout your body. Now breathe in deeply and slowly and taking in all the energy of the universe into you with your inward breath. As you breathe out, you push out all your negative qualities, your negative emotions of anger, hatred, envy, jealousy, lust and greed. Continue breathing in, taking the energy of the universe, and as you breathe out, push out all the negative emotions into the universe. All your negative energy are the dark clouds in your life. Push them out. And now as you breathe in deeply, take in more and more pranic energy from the universe into yourself. As you breathe out, push out all the fears that you have. into the universe and set yourself free. The dark clouds of fear must be banished from your life. Now, as you breathe in deeply, take in more and more pranic energy from the universe. And as you breathe out, push out all your vicious qualities that you have, that Guru Swamigal speaks about. Continue breathing and pushing out the dark clouds of your vicious qualities back into the universe. Now you breathe in deeply, taking in more and more pranic energy from the universe. As you're breathing out, push out all your stress, tension, anxiety, anguish into the universe. These are the dark clouds that are hanging over your life, preventing you from moving forward. We now move into a beautiful sacred space. Guru Swamigal says, Nittum Bhaktarin Ullathil Volikum Nityananda Satya Sudare Nittum Bhaktarin. You become the unblemished devotee, and within you start glowing. What will glow? The flame of truth. Satya Sudare. And that moves you into a beautiful space. பால் போன்ற மனத்தில் இருக்க போது தேவும் விளையாடுகின்றார். While your mind is in a pure state like pure milk, the Lord Himself will dance. Visualize the Supreme Lord in your mind. Visualize the whiteness of your mind and the Supreme Lord in your mind. Feel the energy permeating your mind, your body, and your soul. Slowly you come back to your body. You become aware of your mind. You listen to your breathing as you become grounded. With gratitude in your heart, bring your palms together in front of your heart and express your thanks and gratitude to God. And when you are ready, immediately open your eyes. We now come to the climax of the program. We will offer our love, devotion and bhakti to the Master by offering flowers of devotion and Divaradhana, while the composition of Swami Sivananda Navala Pala Parvatile is being recited. So I respectfully ask both Swami Satchidananda and Swami to come up. பருவத்திலே பரமனஞ்செடுத்ததில் நித்தமன் வைத்த குருநாதன் காலனை வஞ்சிக்க கர்ணயோகம் காட்டும் கருணையுள்ள எங்கள் குருநாதன் கருணையுள்ள எங்கள் குருநாதன் மாலையன் காணோனா மங்காதநாதன் மலரடி காட்டும் போதா நாலாம் படியுள்ள நாதனை காட்டிலும் சிவ சுப்பிரமணியன் தேவே சூதான உலகத்தில் உண்மை நிலையினை தொடர்ந்து நேரான வழிகாட்டும் நாதன் வேதாந்த உட்பொருளை உள்ளபடி உணர்ந்திடும் உண்மை சத்குரு என்ற நாதன் ஏகாந்தும் நாடினே நட்பொருளை தேடுவன நவீன் என்ற சத்குரு எங்கள் தேவன் சோகன் தணிந்திட தூய நெறி காட்டிடும் சிவ சுப்பிரமணியன் எங்கள் தேவே சைவ சித்தாந்தத்தை ஜகமெங்கும் நிலைநாட்ட தோன்றினான் எங்கும் குரு தேவ ஐயமுருமாதற்கு அனுபூதியாய் கண்டு உத்தமனை காத்திடவே போத சிவனோடு கலந்திட சின்முதரை காட்டிடும் சைவ சித்தாந்த சிவன் சேயன் சிவ சுப்பிரமணிய குருநாதன் சிவ தீட்ச பெற்ற கமலமுனி நாதன் நாசின் முழுதலில் நடனமும் தேடிடும் நாதனை காற்றும் தோழன் வாசியை கும்பித்து சோதியோடு உருவாடும் சுத்த சிவநேசற்கு நேசன் சாந்த நிலை பெற்றவர் சுகானந்தம் பெருவீரன சாற்றிடும் சத்திய நெறி நாதன் சும்மாயிருக்க வழிகாட்டி எம்மையார் கொண்ட சிவ சுப்பிரமணியன் எங்கள் தேவே சிவ சுப்பிரமணியன் எங்கள் தேவே சிவ சுப்பிரமணியன் எங்கள் தேவே ஓம் குருதேவ் 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 May I respectfully ask all of you to rise for the hymn Madhavanesa, followed by the closing prayer and the prayer.
Siva
Viganandri, Amarangal, thank you. You may be seated. I want to say thank you to all of you who have connected with the Samadhi prayer this evening. May the bountiful grace, divine blessings, and abundant love of our Master be showered upon you always to enlighten your pathway and to enlighten your inner world. By enlightening your inner world, may He also ensure that He beautifies your outer world. So may the blessings of Guru Swamigal be with you always in the journey of your life. I want to take this opportunity of thanking everyone who played a role in our program today. Swami Sachidananda, Guru Sri Governor, who is here to be with us. Then our singing nightingale of the Sangam, Sally Valesperi Chetty, accompanied by Stanley Chetty and the daughter Pradashni and the tabla player. Thank you very much to all those who have helped in setting up the altar and stage. Even our sister Savvy Knight traveled all the way from Shallcross to be here to ensure that everything was set right for today. Thanks to Nearline Branch for sponsoring our floral arrangements and the decor here today. And thanks to all of you for being an integral part of the Samadhi prayer tonight. The 10th of May is the birth anniversary of our Master. I respectfully ask individually and collectively as branches for you to do some social outreach programs in honor of our Master. Even if you have to offer one loaf of bread to a poor beggar, that is your seva in the name of your Master. So God be with you, God bless you, Nandri, and